what you want. I will always be with you. Happy Friday, Tarot and Chill. Hello, hello, beautiful, amazing souls. And thank you all so much for being here on this Friday evening to be able to spend a little bit of time in community and sharing a little bit of love and spirit messages. So, really excited to be here this week. It's been a really beautiful week. I know that I have seen many lessons as we've walked through. So I think most I am just really grateful to be here with you all and to be able to share this space. So we'll go around and share a little bit of gratitude. And if you are just now joining and you're in the chat and you would like to share your gratitude as well, we will read that aloud. And this space is a really, really beautiful space that we've been doing for over a year now, right, Amanda? At least.
Oh, yeah.
So, but this is a space we've been hosting to be able to offer messages for those who would like them, but also as a place to practice reading messages. So we have readers of all different talents and skills and beautiful, beautiful channels. And I'm so excited every single time to be able to see what messages come out. And I am always grateful for Spirit in the many ways that they speak in these spaces. So my gratitude this week comes from a place of authenticity and being able to follow through with active self-care and also being able to just really honor what I need and giving myself the space to do that. So, and then also, I'm very, very grateful for my soul sisters, my soul family of all colors and mixes. We are amazing in and of ourselves, and you guys are always showing me what love is in many forms. So, grateful for you all. I'm also grateful for my new Practical Witch book and card deck that we're going to share today. So, yay for new decks. And I'm going to pass the talking stick over to Amanda. I didn't say who was here with me today. We're here with the amazing Amanda and the beautiful Jen. And of course, you guys know me. And we also have Lala who's hanging out in the background. They may join in and out. Whatever, it's chill vibes, tarot and chill. So, yeah. All right, Amanda, you got it.
So I am grateful for impromptu movie nights. And I am also grateful for my soul family. And I'm grateful for the people that come in and give me an opportunity to test the lessons that I've learned and test my ability to set boundaries. And I do want to give an extra little bit of gratitude to my sister who allowed me to practice further with my tarot tonight. That's it.
I love that. Yay for family holding space for us to share our gifts in the many ways that we do. Love that for you.
I am just so grateful for Soul Family, for all of you guys, for this space. We can, like you said, at the beginning of the session, we've been doing this for a couple of years now, and it's just really become a treasured and cherished space. And I really look forward to this on a regular basis. And just appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow and evolve in such great company, and have the support and the guidance that I need, and people to bounce things off of when needed. Just the companionship. I'm just truly, truly, truly grateful for the relationships that I've cultivated through this space, and they continue to grow and blossom and just get better and better every day with the passage of time. And more and more friends come into the space. And Erin, it's great to see you in the space. Love it, love it. So I'm happy. I can't wipe the smile off my face. So thank you for letting me be here.
I feel the same way. Yes. Oh my goodness. Leia is feeling a certain type of way, so you guys might hear a little more of her with us today. So, yeah, this is a really beautiful space, and I'm really grateful to be able to share it with you guys. And yes, thank you so much, Erin, for joining us and being a part of our circle tonight. Thank you, brave soul. This is like pushing out of your comfort zone number 2 for the week. So within this space. So look at you, just big props and lots of love for you being here. And yeah, this is go for it.
I want to switch cameras here to the fancy one.
I love the trees. It's very beautiful.
Oh my God.
Um,
Yay. There we go. Oh.
I think you lost sound when you switched cameras.
Oh no.
oh no.
That's better.
Can hear you a little. It's just quiet.
Testing.
That's much better. Much better.
Oh, brilliant. Hi, everyone.
Hi. Well, thanks for joining, Erin. We just got done sharing gratitude, so we normally start with gratitude. We always start with gratitude, and then we do a little bit of a meditation, and then we'll go and just do collective messages. So, what's your level with your relationship with tarot? Or oracle cards? What's your divination relationship? I'd love to hear a little bit about your connection with it. It's like, wait.
Great question. Here's an answer. Well, I know how to spell tarot, and that's big step.
Yeah.
I have a deck. Someone mailed me a deck for Valentine's Day a couple of years ago
Okay.
from my community, so that was sweet. Sometimes I listen to oracle card readings. Oh no.
Yes. Oh no, you're in the right. You're in the crowd of we do that here.
That's my
The most important first step is the fact that you pronounce tarot properly. So
Yes.
you got that covered.
thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, can I share what I'm grateful for?
Yeah, if you'd like, go for it. Share some gratitude.
Oh gosh. Okay. Today I am grateful for whimsy because it is not just allowing me to have more fun, but it is helping me to remove things that are blocks and that I didn't even know were blocks. So I'm just listening to it without much questioning.
Is Whimsy an app?
No, whimsy is just my intuition.
Okay. I love that.
Whimsy is this cute girl that I met at Hot Topic. And she's got a lot going on.
Yes. I'm here for it. Beautiful. Well, I love that. And connecting with your intuition, you are in the right place for that. You are absolutely in the right place. All right, my beautiful souls. Well, I think if we want to move into just a little bit of a mindfulness meditation, I'm not going to really take us through a journey today. I really want to be able to cultivate a space for us to be able to be in touch with our bodies, to be in tune with the now. I've been getting a lot of messages from Spirit this week about just really savoring the present moment. And so it's like when we find we're having a lot of anxiety or stress, it's typically because we're worried about something that's already happened or something that could potentially happen. So that means we're worried about the past or the future. So if we're looking to find a little bit more peace or balance, coming back into the present, into the now is a really beautiful tool. So so we're going to focus on that today. And if you'd like, you can allow yourself to find a comfortable position, light a candle if you do feel called, and we'll just allow ourselves to straighten our spines And if you'd like, you can place your dominant hand over your heart and your other hand over your belly. And we will begin by taking a nice, beautiful, deep breath in. And release. And I invite you on your breath in to allow yourself to fill your lungs to a place that feels comfortable, bringing awareness to your chest as it rises, maybe your stomach as it also moves and expands. And then on the exhale, I invite you to bring your awareness to the natural rhythm of the fall of your chest as it moves down into your belly and the beautiful flow that happens between the two. So let's take another breath in and release. Breath in and release. Dropping your shoulders, maybe wiggling them just a little to release any of the energy you've been holding from the day. Now we're going to bring our awareness to the crown of our heads, the very top. We're going to imagine a beautiful lotus flower unfolding and a sprinkle of water pouring down into the center. And you can imagine this water is filled with peaceful, healing, loving energy, bringing into you what you feel would fill your cup. And noticing this water as it spills down the crown of your head, through your neck, down your shoulder. Oh. Maybe allowing yourself to make a few vocal noises in this moment to release any energy that may be stored within your body at the moment. As we bring this beautiful water energy down our chest, crossing through our torso, down our hips, and centering in a grounded, almost heavy energy in the bottom of your spine. And allowing this energy to spill down your thighs, down your calves, over your feet, across your toes, and over the earth, running out across the ground, maybe connecting with the grass and back into the earth. And I invite you to take just a moment and send some loving thoughts to your body, something you absolutely deserve to hear today, something that will uplift your soul, to know that you are beautiful, you are worthy, you are capable, you are healing and healthy. Every part of you that is different makes you unique and special. We love that about you. And just thanking our bodies for all of the love and experience that they take us through throughout the day. And bringing our awareness now back into our heart centers, at the hand located on our chest. And we're going to imagine as we take a deep breath in that we enhance the love that already exists within our being and radiate out on the exhale into our town, into our city, into our neighbors, our family, across our country, until this love reaches all the way across the world. Let's take a nice deep breath in and release. Breath in and release. One final breath in and release. Inviting you to bring your awareness back into your physical body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, wiggling your knees and your nose, and opening your eyes whenever you feel ready. Thank you all so much for joining me on that mindfulness meditation today. Hope you are feeling peaceful and grounded and centered in this precious now moment. Understanding that we have a beautiful gift we get the opportunity to share by being here in this very now space. I'm going to share the first bit of message, and then I'm happy to have anyone else who has messages ready share. But this is from my Practical Witch Pocket Guide. This is the first time I've pulled from this deck. And the first card that comes out says Prophetic Dreams. And there's no fun pictures on them, but I'll show you the pretty background. I think it's cool. These cards are gorgeous, but it's just a bunch of words. So it says Prophetic Dreams. Take a dried poppy seed pod and empty the seeds into the ground. Take a tiny strip of paper and write down a question about how to attain meaningful and positive rewards in your life. Sleep with the pod and the paper under your pillow, and you will experience prophetic dreams that will answer your question. This is best done during the Pisces moon. Keep a dream journal by your bed and write down the dream immediately upon waking. Make this a ritual, and you will have a rich resource of inner wisdom to guide you. We also have Moon Magic Money Bath and Air Conjure. I don't know that one. I'm gonna have to read separately. That one's I have no idea what that is. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Air Aguri Conjuration. Okay, well, but the prophetic dreams portion of that is super, super meaningful because I know I have been getting so many dreams lately, and I feel like my dreams have been really vivid, and I feel like I've been really like waking up very deeply connected. And I am remembering back to 2 years ago when I had a really good dream, like sleep process, and I drink my mugwort tea at a certain time, I make sure I didn't consume social media, I had a dream journal, all these things, and how much wisdom I was getting from my dreams, but also like just having that process and how much it did for me. So that is one big thing that's coming forward. And then also with the Moon Magic Money Bath, realizing that if you are feeling like you're struggling when it comes to money or finances, abundance, that there are many ways that you can help bring about more abundance within your life. And so to explore those opportunities as well. But to maintain the mindset that you have this abundance in the now moment and focus on the abundance that is clearly before you. So that's my message. Amanda, did you have cards or go ahead if anyone felt called to share about the meditation or anything, go for it.
I got two cards that I pulled from my Morgan's tarot. So I got transmutation through the union of opposites. And think about it for a while. So, similar message, really, that we are getting messages in our own ways. We really need to start integrating them, really. And the best way to do that is to make sure that you bring your shadow self in with your light self and really work on integrating the two of them so that you're in union with yourself and that you have that balance so that you can receive the messages clearly. Because we are all receiving really, really important messages right now. It's just the energy that's around. The messages are coming in. Honestly, I think it's because we're getting closer to Halloween. But the messages are just coming in so fast and so deeply, and it's so much information. It's hard to really really work out what it is that we're supposed to be saying. Like even right now, I'm having trouble getting everything out because everything's coming through so fast. So it's really just about taking that time to work through it. I'm also getting the message of start writing things down so that you can get the messages clearly and really work out what the important pieces are that need to get out and what is actually just for us to keep to ourselves. So that's it for me.
Love that, Amanda. I've definitely been getting a huge message of like, yes, we are still all in the collective when it comes to the collective circle, but there is a lot of individual paths happening right now. And so yeah, thank you for that. That was a beautiful confirmation. Leia just wants somebody to play with her and her little toy because she's got the toy that Jen gave her and she loves those toys. They are her favoriteest toys. So, anyways.
I would happily come play with her like all day long for hours and hours and hours. She would get bored of it before I would.
I mean, if she would bring me the toy, I would be able to play with her, but she's just laying over there whining instead. Like, no. You must come to me. Yeah, she's a goofball. Anyways, did anyone else have cards or thoughts they wanted to share? Hi, Shay. Thanks for joining. It's good to see you, beautiful.
Hi, sorry I was late.
Hello. There's no such thing as late here. What is time, anyways? Beautiful. All right. Well, I did. Oh, go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I was saying I do have some cards.
Well, if you want, you're
Hi,
welcome to read
Erin.
them in whatever way that
I
works.
would just like to take a stab
Yeah,
at this. Not with violent imagery, sorry. I would like to take a hug at this.
I like it.
And I'm gonna pick a card here. Let me get my spread out here. My buttery spread. Peanut butter spread. And the card I drew is the She-Hulk. This magical warrior teaches us that there's always a balance between the strength that we feel, be it physically or emotionally, but also you can always embody that within whatever form of beauty you choose to. They are not in battle or not in lockstep with each other. They can work together in synchronicity. So there you go.
Wow, Erin, unicorn, that was so beautiful. Thank you. And the She-Hulk, that's a huge synchronicity for me right now because I just started watching the She-Hulk series and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, you gotta watch it if you haven't yet.
Thank you so much. I not to make not to make light of decks or anything. That's literally the only cards I have.
No, those are pretty epic. Those are pretty amazing. Ah, beautiful. Well, I feel Jen looking. I don't know if Jen's ready or not. But I have cards if Jen's not ready. You let me know, Jen.
Mm. Go ahead. I'm still working on it.
Okay, you're also kind of quiet. P.S.
Yes.
Okay. Love you. Okay, so the Six of Air and the Queen of Air. The Sixth of Air says things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, and taking a trip. And I love the unicorn imagery on this. The fact that the unicorn is riding on a boat is a symbol for a lot of things in my mind, is bringing up that you are way more powerful than you're giving yourself chance for, because unicorns can fly. That unicorn doesn't need that boat to cross the water safely without getting wet, but the unicorn has been conditioned to believe that it cannot fly and it must survive in that boat, and that boat is all that it has left, and that boat is what's taking it out of the place that it once was and bringing it into the new place. No, 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 but remember, beautiful unicorn, you can fly all along. You never needed that boat. I'm glad it brought you all of the peace and joy that it did, and I'm glad that it brought you to where you are now, because now you're at a place where you're beginning to remember your divinity and the fact that you can fly. So love the unicorn, but it is definitely an energy of, like Amanda said at the beginning of it all, of just being like I see the good things, but I don't quite feel them yet because I still feel like I need the boat. Like, is boat guy gonna come drive this boat? And then we also got the Queen of Air. The Queen of Air says independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, and seeing the humor in a situation. And then look at this beautiful queen holding a globe with what? What's in that globe, you guys? It's a unicorn. So this queen is seeing their divinity and seeing that ability to fly and remembering their true form, and very much like you are stepping into this new phase of yourself and being able to feel this confidence and this wave of inspiration. You're beginning to see the true nature and the true form, but it's still this kind of like it's almost like you're looking at it, you're really seeing what it's going to look like and what it is, and being able to take it in so that you can truly be able to express yourself and be in that authenticity. You can't quite see it, but there is a male figure and an older woman figure kind of in the back, kind of like in her chest or shoulder area. So you may have a male figure in your life that is very protective over you, someone that offers insight and wisdom. And then I'm also picking up just on like this female figure could already be passed on. This could be a loved one that's passed on, that's just really helping support your ability to see this version of yourself. So it's just a message of being able to see that you are being supported in many ways right now, and that you're never alone as you walk through this journey of remembering. It comes in waves. It's like the spiral. Nothing is it's not a linear line. It's a wave, it's a spiral. So just know that you're where you're meant to be, but keep believing, keep trusting, keep your eyes on the prize, keep waking up in the morning and saying, today is going to be an amazing day. Today I am a winner. Today is the day that I am achieving my hopes and dreams, and believe it with all your heart. And that's the best, that's the best you can do for yourself in this now moment. Okay, that's all I got. Anyway, Jen, are you feeling called and ready? I love your necklace, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Sharon, I just gotta interrupt for a second. Your sound is like crazy right now.
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
It sounds like you are talking into a telephone from the 1950s in the middle of a wind tunnel.
Sounds like you
Wow.
forgot to. Oh, look, there
much
you go.
better.
Oh, she said, wow. Yes, that I heard. Very
Oh,
clear.
okay.
Oh,
I hit the speaker button. I turned the speaker button
I
on
was
and off.
literally just about to
so
say, it's like you're not on speaker yet.
there we go. That's much better.
Okay, it's weird because I
Beautiful.
just toggled it. I turned so I don't know.
Now we
Okay.
can hear your beautiful voice. Yay.
Well, thank you. Sorry about the audio issue. But the first card I drew is the Knight of Cups. The cards that I'm using right now, because I'm still so new at tarot, are actually, it's a training deck or a learning deck. And I love these cards. I'm sorry, I just have to take 2 seconds to show you, but they come with they don't come with a book, because each one of the cards has keywords and key information written right on them, so there's no need for a book. And they also come with these little cards in the back, little, I call them little cheat sheets, and it explains the symbols for the planets and the zodiacs, zodiacs, and the icons that represent them. And then I love this one, the chakra charts, and what they stand for, and things of that nature, and some spreads. So anyway, it's by Witchy Cauldron. If anyone else is learning tarot, I found them to be very beneficial.
Where
So
did you get those? Did you find them on Amazon or was it an Etsy page? Those are great.
I got them. They were recommended off of TikTok, and it was one of the two. It was either Amazon, or I Googled it and went directly to witchycauldron.com or whatever their webpage is. I honestly can't remember, but it's one of the two.
Well, thank you for sharing, Jen. Those are super beautiful. I'm excited to see how those integrate into your learning journey.
Yes, yes. Well, I will do my best. The message that I'm getting with this, the Knight of Cups, you can see it's like he's coming out of the desert. He has a stream to cross, and then he's got mountains once he fords the stream. So it's almost like he's taking pause here to reflect on the journey ahead. He's come a long way. He's come through lots of trials and tribulations associated with the desert, but the fording of the stream represents a transition from one phase of life to the next phase of life. And he's gonna stop and take a moment to reflect on the key learnings from the journey that he's just completed, and he's going to take a moment to fill his cup. This is kind of like a pause. It almost reminds me of it's the hermit energy is coming to me a little bit, and he so that he is well equipped to then meet the challenges that await in the mountains in the distance in this next phase coming up. And I don't really, I think that was kind of a channeled message, because that doesn't have anything to do with the keywords that are written at the bottom of the card. So I guess the takeaway from this is that the takeaway that I'm getting from this is that keywords and everything are great to have and are a wonderful reference, but don't discount what may come through the imagery of the card naturally if you just let things flow. So that's kind of what um, I'm teaching myself a lesson as I'm reading this card. So I hope that resonates with the collective, and I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks.
I love the imagery of not quite being at the top of the mountain. I've never seen that aspect of the Knight of Cups, of being able to see that he is quite at a pause. He's not really rushing for the horse's head is not up, it is kind of down, so it's almost at a point where like he's like, yeah, he's come this far, he's traveled the prairies and the crossed the rivers and the streams, but he still has the mountain to ascend, and he knows that it's going to be a journey, and so taking that time to gather his strength and rest and nurture and nourish and yeah. Anyways, thank you, Jen. I've never seen that. I've never seen it from that perspective, so you just taught me something. I appreciate you.
Yeah, that was an incredible interpretation of that card.
Well, thank you guys.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I have my Astro deck, which I think is fitting after Jen's reading because you were pointing out all of the astrology that is associated with those cards. So I got Solar Calm, which I love this card because it is perfectly in balance with the chakras and the planets and the rainbows. And then I got the Self Node, which is the past or your past lessons. So the message that I'm getting with this is that there is news that is going to be coming in from your past. I don't know if this is a collective message or a personal message. If it resonates, it resonates. I say that because I've been getting this message personally for months and months and months now. But there is a message coming in. If you're in this room, then it is most likely for you as well. This message is going to bring a lot of clarity on a past situation that you've been needing clarity on. This is going to help bring you back into balance with yourself, as well as really allow you to move forward. This is basically information that you need in order to put the past to rest and move on to the next stage so that you can move forward and can open up that space to allow everything new that's supposed to be coming in to come in. So it's going to put you back in alignment with your path. It's not necessarily information that you want to hear, but information that you need to hear in order to move on, essentially. So that's what I got.
Thank you, Amanda. You're always on point, so seeing things from a fresh perspective. Okay. I know I feel there's more people that have cards, but I just Amanda, your message I felt compelled to pull from the Whispers of Love Oracle, and the card that immediately the first card that came forward, again another unicorn from a different deck. And this one says, embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted, which is another message that we've had repeating for months now. And then practice compassion, seeing things from a fresh perspective. So embracing your emotions and seeing them from a fresh perspective. So it's being able, so it's like looking at a situation that maybe you think about every single freaking day. You ruminate on it, you go over it. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's look at this situation from a brand new perspective, a perspective that you've never looked at it from before. Try to find a new perspective, be it upside down, sideways, from grandma's point of view, you know, like just really try to stretch yourself out of your own uh, being of knowing to be able to really look at this situation from a higher perspective, from a different perspective, so that you can fully understand it, so that you can embrace your emotions. Because obviously, if we haven't fully let it go at this point and we're still, you know, at that level of final release, we have emotions that are asking to be seen and to be heard, that maybe we're not giving the space to be authentic with ourselves, because maybe we don't want to see those emotions. Maybe those emotions aren't pleasant, or we've already experienced those emotions time and time again. Why give us space to experience it again? Because we're here in the now, and it's in your energetic space. And the more you try to discredit it or take away from its validity, the more like insidious it becomes. And so we're asking ourselves to shine a light into the depths of our emotions and to be able to give ourselves the opportunity to truly feel how we feel about the situation. Yeah. I also got another message from our star family, but I feel like this one's gonna wait just a little bit. I feel like someone else has a message here. Who has a message? Jay, you have a message for us?
When I was listening to you just now, there have been some additional things that have been going on in my personal life, and it's been a difficult and a bummer and challenges, and it hit me to think of it the way that my parents would have thought of it, as just another challenge of bringing your family closer in with each other to support each other, even through some very difficult times. And that hope is not lost, and you have to just keep going and pushing yourself and laugh about it and try to not take it so seriously, that it's, I'm sorry, things that I'm going through. I was just laughing, just like my dad would have made a joke about it. And even though it was difficult and very challenging, my father was diabetic, and he had one leg amputated when I was pretty young, and then right before he passed away, like a year or two before he passed away, the other one was amputated. And just all the struggles that we went through with all of that, just, you have to count your blessings and be thankful for the little things, and laugh about it as best you can. So my cards that I pulled, sorry about that emotional part there, guys.
Oh, thank you, Shay. Appreciate your expression.
I got believe in your dreams, aim high, honor your brilliance, remember you have help. And this is coming from an angel deck that I'm in the middle of coloring. And the other one is light codes, tune into the light, remember your truth, initiation. And I know that there's a lot of codes coming in, and we're all being slammed with things and starting to maybe realize some things. And and just remembering that we're not alone, and honoring the child within. The child knows the way to joy and happiness. The child offers the return of a second innocence, a time of wisdom and not of naivety. This card allows you to correct your course and offers you a second chance. It brings you the possibility of redemption and entering heaven while on earth. The child is here to release you from the habit of being yourself and to help you acquire a beginner's mind so that you can see life as if for the first time. Remain open to learning and discover. 3. Who is your spouse or partner today? Can you see them with fresh eyes? Who is looking back at you in the mirror this morning? Become a mystery onto yourself and reconnect with a sense of childlike wonder. The child comes to show you how you can correct the course of your life without being punished. Set yourself free from your continuing for suffering. You were born unfettered and happy, and you can be so again if you make the choice right now. The child will help you climb out of the hole you may have dug yourself into to recover your sense of play. So those were the 3 that I was called to.
Thank you, Shay. That was such a beautiful message. And I love those cards. You get to color them yourself. That's so cool. I'm a little jelly, not gonna lie.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I even had my husband in on it. He colored a couple of them because he's an artist too. And it's just been so fun. I got my gel pens out and my colored pencil.
I love that.
And I've been having a really good time with them. I think they're Melanie Beckler's.
Okay, cool. Well, is Melanie Meckler on TikTok or Face, or maybe if we can, we'll try and get the links down below the video for the cool demo.
Melanie Beckler is on Yahoo, actually.
Yahoo. Okay.
She's on Yahoo. She makes some beautiful angel decks.
Oh, she's awesome. I love her channel.
She does some amazing angel meditations, and
oh, I could stare at that one forever. That one's gorgeous. Wow. Ooh. Wow. So pretty.
so it's been giving me a little bit of something extra to do with my creativity.
Ooh.
Especially now that I'm getting into these grids and coloring more.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, I was like copying off of the medicine wheel with the feathers up there of the colors of the medicine wheel.
Beautiful.
And oh, it's just been so fun. And they were like 11.11. They were like half price or something.
Wow.
So.
Can't go wrong. Good price and a creative outlet and divination and connecting with spirit. Oh man, that is a win-win-win on all accounts. I love it. Well, I would say I have one final collective message. If anyone else has a final collective, let's do our final collectives for everyone, and then what we'll do after that is we will offer one card for anyone here who would like a one card reading, and I think we've got plenty of people here as readers to be able to offer, so we'll figure it out amongst ourselves. We don't have a big chat today. I think it's mostly just those of us here in the Zoom room, which is totally fine. So.
Yeah,
I don't have my computer this time. I'm not as prepared.
No
so
worries.
I don't even have the chat. The Zoom, the YouTube chat, excuse me, on site.
It's exactly. Yeah.
was gonna say everyone in the chat is actually in the Zoom room, so
Yeah. I love, this is one of my favorite things about Tarot and Chill, is that it's exactly what it's supposed to be every single week. And sometimes, I think this is the most we've ever had in the Zoom room on Tarot and Chill, which is really exciting for me. Like that, just because this is what I always imagined Tarot and Chill being. Like, let's just chill out on a Friday night and whatever, do what you want to do, have a little drink, have a little smoke, be in your own space. It's Friday night, right? But let's vibe with each other and share some spirit messages. And I love to put this on like later and just meditate or clean and listen to the messages. So I always really appreciate the messages that come through. And yes, vibing. Beautiful. All right, one last collective message, and then we'll move on to individuals, so everyone can have a message for the night. Because I know, like Amanda said, we are going through a lot of really individual paths right now. So I want to make sure we all have good inspiration and wisdom to bring us through our journeys this next week as we unfold and step into our power. So collective message. I thought it was funny, Shay. I was reflecting over the fact that you pulled the child card as I was shuffling the cards, and the child came out in my deck too. So that's just confirmation to really allow your inner child to play and have fun. And I've been reminded a lot lately of how I still consistently scold my inner child and hold them from being able to be in full expression. So, um, even though I feel like I have a really great relationship with my inner child, sometimes maybe I'm not as kind to her as I would like to be. So, I'm trying to cultivate better space around being able to be more kind to my inner child and to let her play and to be and to express and to thank her for the many things that she moved through. But remember that you are a divine child of the universe. This card says Starseed. It's also card number 22. And it just reminds me of the innocence. Like you in your true nature, your pure form, you are absolutely innocent and light. You are a light being, in many forms. Here in this now moment, you have a lot of things with you, but just remember that whenever you're being hard on yourself and you're being maybe tough or having a hard day, just remember that beautiful, innocent child that always exists within you and that deserves the love and the care and the respect that you so deserve. So to cultivate that, and then also huge masculine major hijack insert message here.
Can you read number 22 for me, please?
Yeah, of course. I would love to read number 22 for you. This card deck is great because they're only like a paragraph. So this is from the Star Temple Oracle. And it says, elevate, starry-eyed assignment. You are a celestial child of the cosmos with a dedicated dual mission to elevate your own spiritual awareness as well as the collective consciousness. You are an ancient soul with a divine calling to awaken humanity for the highest good. Know that your noble assignment is divinity, guided by the sisters of the Pleiades. Seleno helps you realize that you are a holy child, destined to be a channel of light and love. Irrespective of your childhood, recognize that you are an expression of divinity and a leading light in the world. Very short, but very sweet. So we have Father of the Sky, which also says Atlas, and God. I release the weight of the world from my shoulders, card number 43. And this is about being at a place of really holding the responsibility of fixing everything, of making sure everything is taken care of being the one who shows up, of being the one that makes the change, of being the one who speaks out, and feeling like you've walked this journey alone, and you carried this large weight with you for so long. And God, universe, spirit, whatever term you would like to use, is really wanting to remind you that you never walk alone. You are part of the one that exists, that connects all. And the weight you bear, the weight that you hold, is held within that universe as well. But also, I have Empress of the Night, which is finale. After the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. And I don't remember who now was talking about the Hermit card, but I think might have been Jen, but this also has big hermit card energy of being able to be like, cultivate space for yourself, to realize that as you recognize your emotions and you release your emotions, it's not like you can just be like, oh, hi emotions, I see you, let me express you, okay, we're good, bye-bye, see you later, till next time, appreciate the lesson. No, it's you've got to give yourself space to be able to become the new person that you are without the weight of those emotions or of those experiences. And then we also have Opius the Seer, which says visionary, which says, I chart the stars, signs, and symbols to craft magic. I kind of want to read this one for you guys too, because this book is super short. Okay, Opius the Seer. Aclasion's son, Opius, is an intuitive visionary that has the clairvoyant genius to see and interpret magical signs for forecasts and manifestation. He reveals that you have the potential for transcendent sight, astrology, and enhanced powers. Open your eyes and see the signs. Opius' names mean all-seer, and his spirit animal, the raven, symbolizes magic. His totem is a pair of antlers that represent his divine wisdom. Invoke Opius for spiritual guidance. Ha, that's funny. To understand and decipher your visions, symbolize and prophetic dreams. Embodying his divine qualities will open mystical pathways for you. You are transitioning into a version of yourself that no longer can ignore the truth, that sees the truth, acknowledges the truth, and walks it within your space. And this takes a lot of bravery, this takes a lot of compassion, and this also takes a lot of flexibility. So just allow yourself to walk through this portal that you are going through. I feel like this has a lot to do with Mercury retrograde, so be expecting it to be kind of weird and bumpy for the next like 2 or 3 days as we walk through these energies, but things are going to smooth out for you. And when they do, you're going to have such a clear sight, such a clear vision. There's going to be nothing keeping you from rising into everything that you are meant to be and everything that you are already in this now moment. But you're still getting there as far as seeing it for yourself. Okay, that's my collective. Who's next? Amanda, did you have another collective? Or Erin, did you have another collective that you wanted to share? It's been, I didn't, we don't always go in rotation, so it's you just whoever feels called.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got mine. Mine comes with a song because we're musical tonight. So I'll show you the cards first and then I'll explain the message. So I got the 5 of Needles, which in regular tarot would be the 5 of Swords in reverse. I got the 9 of Potions, which again would be the 9 of Cups. And then I got the Empress in reverse as well. So to start off my message with the 5 of Needles in reverse, the song that popped into my head was The Dog Days Are Over. Specifically the part that says, the dog days are over, the dog days are done, the horses are coming, so you better run. Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father, run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love and your longing behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive. So what I'm getting with that is basically that like all of the really hard parts that we've been going through are done, but we're still in a mindset right now where we don't realize it's done. So we need to kind of release the mindset of it and let go of the battle that has been going on and allow our wishes and our manifestations that we're trying to come in. Because right now we're not sitting in our power because we're stuck in all of the stuff that we've been going through in the last little while and not realizing that that's actually done, that we learned the lessons. So it's just important to change our mindsets right now. I'm hearing more gratitude, just more of like a morning thing. When you wake up in the morning, just think of 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that you're happy about in your life in the moment, because that will bring you back into the moment, and it'll also help with the abundance, just realizing what you have right now that you can already be thankful for, instead of focusing on what you haven't quite gotten yet, because time doesn't exist. So that's basically that message there.
Yes, thank you, Amanda. Time is an illusion. Erin, did you have a card you wanted to share?
I mean, I'm pulling from Marvel trading cards, so I'm not sure if it's applicable.
Yes, especially in this crowd, 100% yes.
So I'm grateful to be here. Just want to say I'm sorry I came a little unprepared. Let me see.
There's no such thing as unprepared for this space. It's Tarot and Chill. You come as you can and you leave as you must, and we love everyone as they show up. So thank you for being here.
So this is actually so I pulled Moon Knight. Oh, there we go. Moon Knight is an avatar for the Egyptian god of the moon. He is a character who also deals with DID in the way that it is for him. And so to me, this card speaks to working to harmonize and understand our trauma, because his identity is so rooted in trauma, and it can definitely fracture us, and that certainly looks different for everyone. But in this case, it really speaks to confronting that as best you can, learning to deal with all these versions of yourself and trying to bring them together into some sort of holistic synchronicity with each other. And that can certainly be done. And, you know, the moon is a very powerful entity, and nighttime can be sometimes one of the hardest times of the day for our innermost thoughts and our innermost pain. But when things feel the hardest, in my opinion, that's the best time to turn it around and make that energy positive. So that's what that card says for me.
Oh my gosh, score. Isn't Moon Knight also a new Disney series? Like, didn't they make a series for Moon Knight as well?
There is a Disney Plus show starring Oscar Isaacs.
Yes, and it's super good. I've only watched 3 episodes, but it's so intense. It is so
it's
good.
Very intense, and it gets even better. It dives a lot more into that mental health.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I know what I'm going to be binging on for the next week. Okay, thank you. That was really beautiful. I love those cards. That's such a special. That's really beautiful. I used to work in a comic shop, and so I have those cards. Like, yeah, it was super sweet.
I love them.
Yes. Beautiful. All right, friends. Okay, I lied. I have one more collective message and then I'm done. But Spirit, okay? These are my dream oracle cards, since we've had so many messages about prophetic dreams, and I pulled them at the beginning, but I was going to save them for myself. but then I was about to put them away and I noticed it was card number 22, which jumped out to Lala earlier. So then I was like, okay, well then this message is definitely for everybody here. So I'm going to read this for you guys. Card number 22, and this is a dream symbol. So you can imagine this as like something that you're seeing and experiencing either in your dreams, something that you're noticing in your sleeping state, or you can think about this as a waking dream and your waking state. So whenever you notice certain numbers or colors are also going to be very relevant and important. So whenever you notice, yeah,
I got a quick question.
yeah,
Is that a TARDIS or a clock?
it is a clock.
Okay.
It's a clock. It's an old grandfather clock, but it's interesting because it's an old grandfather clock, but the inside of it is upside down. It's right side up, but it's upside down. So like
Yeah,
it should be shape wise this way, but the clock and the hanging whatever, the little pendulum is this way. So
yeah,
it's totally.
the shape of it when you first put it up, it looked like a TARDIS, and I was like, that is just the most random dream symbol ever.
Yes, and it also has balloons like the movie Up. And then a sign that says 30, which is just like impending doom for me because my birthday is coming up soon and this number has been like all kinds of on my mind. But then also like mountains in the background. So, okay, let's see what the book says. It says colors and numbers symbolize how you view the world and its synchronicities. Ooh. Themes are seeing colors generally, add colors that don't match an object, colors of clothing, objects, cars, blood, numbers relating to the lottery, phone numbers, money amounts, numbers for racing, house numbers, temperature, age, and time. Most people dream in color, and women are more likely to do so than men. If you do not dream in color or cannot recall color in your dreams, do not be concerned, as the dream indicates that it does not matter. Shades of black and white and gray suggest that it's the object or the action around it in the dream that is important and not the detail. The dreaming mind goes into a great deal of trouble to highlight certain colors to make you pay attention to your feelings, negative and positive ones. You may be afraid to admit to having uncertain feelings about situations in your life, or you simply are not aware of them consciously. The following colors are associated with these images and feelings. Green is life growth or stagnation and envy. Yellow is evolved or coward. Blue is authenticity or sadness. Orange is compassion or toxic. Red is energy or danger. Black is mystery or unconscious. And white is spiritual or artificial. Look at the relationship between the numbers in your date of birth, your house number, or your family group, or any other events that are significant to you. It could be a timetable, a flight number, a time on the clock, or any other number related things. Your dream may be alerting you to some relevance to these numbers. If you dream of numbers, write them down. So the best example I can give you for what they're showing me with this is like my apartment number, or my house number is 515. And that's a synchronicity for me because it's a mirror number and it's an angel number. So 515 is important for me. So I'm going to know that because that's where I'm living, that angel number is important to be based off of how the angels are supporting me around where I live. So, which is a really important thing for me because I have a lot of insecurity around, instability with homes and stuff. So anyways, that's my final collective message. Let's move on into individual cards. So for everyone that's here that would like a card, do we want to how do we want to do this? We've never had this many people in the chat before, in the Zoom room before, so.
I felt called to pull a card for Shay, but
okay.
Outside of that,
okay.
I have no.
Well, let's just pull cards for who we feel called to then. Make sure everybody, and we'll just make sure everybody gets a card.
Okay.
This is hard because I always feel called to pull cards for everybody.
Well, you can pull cards for everyone if you want.
I can, but then how late do we want to be here, fam?
Yeah, I will remind you that we were here after midnight last time, if I remember correctly.
No, we have a good time. We're here for a good time, not a long. We're here for a long time and a good. We're here for whatever time. Time is an illusion. It's Friday. We're gonna do what we want to do, however long we want to be here. Okay, I feel called to start my first card. I'll tell you guys whenever I come back in a second. I'm gonna let Amanda share her message. Share it.
And just as you said that, the card popped up. So that was fun. Okay, so Shay.
Yes, ma'am.
I always yawn when it's really, really important. So this one is really special to me as well. Oh, hey, I forgot to give a shout out to Boat Guy earlier. When you mentioned Boat Guy, I was going to give a shout out to Boat Guy after, and then I completely forgot. And Spirit reminded me, so shout out to Boat Guy. Anyway.
How did Boat Guy show up in the tarot today, though?
Because you had that card with the unicorn in the boat, and then you were like, Boat Guy, and then I was like, yes, shout out to Boat Guy, and then I forgot to mention it, and then Spirit just reminded me now. Because squirrel. Anyway. Shay, so this card has a special meaning to me. And it's a really, really beautiful card. So it's basically Spirit giving you a hug, essentially. But we got Lighthouse. And it says, don't doubt your worth. So the lighthouse meaning, that was basically part of my spiritual awakening, is when I realized that I'm the light, that I help people through the dark. I don't have to go to anybody. People come to me because I stand still and I shine my light, and people find me and they find their way through the dark. And that was like mind-blowing to me, that I don't need to chase anybody. Everyone who's meant to find me finds me. And it's the same thing for you. Everyone who comes into your life because you're their guiding light. You're the lighthouse. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be, and people will come through you in order to find their path and find the healing that they need. So don't ever doubt how important and special you are. So that was your message. You're welcome.
Thank
You got me crying now.
It's not tarot and chill if we don't have some sacred tears at least at one point.
Oh my goodness. I've been laughing through my tears lately, I tell you.
That's the way to that's true alchemization right there, Jay.
Yep. But that was your spiritual hug for the night.
Well, I pulled a card for everyone, so whoever else wants to offer cards can go next, because when I go, I'm going to probably just go down the line. Does anybody else feel called?
Spirit literally yelled at me that I needed to pull a card for Shay because they wanted to give her that hug. So that was the only one that like I was specifically yelled at about. So I'm done for now until Spirit yells at me again.
Okay. I'm extra appreciative of your rainbow tonight, Amanda. I feel like this is the best I've been able to see it so far, and with your pretty dress, it just really pops. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. Well, I decided to break out the Cosmic Dancer Oracle deck. I feel like we have a lot of really beautiful, feminine, divine flow going on tonight, and so I thought what better than to bring this deck in. So this deck's really fun. It brings a lot of wisdom. It also has a little bit of Qigong and exercises for you if you feel like doing those. So I pulled a card for everyone to the best of my ability, I'm going to read the book. Some of these cards are like 2 or 3 pages long, so bear with me. I will do my very best. But the first card is a beautiful card, and I love this. It's also a synchronicity that I've been getting a lot, but we start with my dear friend Jen. And you have give birth, my dear. Give birth. Can you feel it in this very moment? You are blooming with creative potential. You are
Oh,
called to bring great things into being. Can you feel it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I have clarity, yes. You
Mm-hmm.
you grabbed my attention mm, with that opening statement that I understand, and yes, I feel it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. The divine feminine force of creation is flowing powerfully through you. Be open to this cosmic energy that constantly indwells the universe, awakening new life and bringing formless into form. Deep within you, ideas and inspirations are incubating, preparing for the moment when they will burst forth into tangible world. Indeed, you are an immaculate vessel containing the fertile codes of creation, and your projects and endeavors are expressions of the great cosmic dance of creation itself. Bring this energy into your conscious awareness now. Know that you are an innate creator by divine design. Dance through the page. Oh no. Hold on. Have patience. Flip through this life as an awakened, fertile force connected to your creativity as an endless wellspring of vitality, passion, and joy. Anchor the awareness to the destiny of the earth and your earth body as you usher your creations into physical manifestation. Care for your blossoming ideas and inspirations as the precious gifts and miracles they are. Give them the time, space, and attention and nourishment that they require. Take a moment to tune in to what will best support the blessed process of their becoming. Perhaps the creations wishing to be birthed through you would benefit from a creative space, such as a designated room or an area in your home. Maybe they are asking you to carve regular time into your schedule, or to adopt a new habit or let go of an old one, or recharge your motivation with inspiring activities and outings. Your creative practice is not something to burden with expectations or conditions such as recognition, validation, or financial success. Rather, it is something to care for attentively and compassionately, just as you would a beloved child or pet. Are you caring and conscientious parent to your inner artist and sacred artistic path? Now is the time to become positive that the shifts that will allow you to answer with a resounding yes. Activate and embody this wisdom by standing in a wide squat with your toes and knees turned outwards. Hold your hands a few inches in front of your belly with your right wrist crossed over the left, palms facing down to the earth. Hold your hands a few inches out in front of your belly with your right wrist crossed over the left, palms facing down to the earth. The fingertips facing out away from the body. Rotate your hands and fingertips inward towards the body so that your left wrist becomes the top wrist for a moment. Then continue the wrist rotation until the right wrist is on top with the fingers facing outward as the palms facing up. Continue this fluid wrist rotation in front of the belly region as you stand in a deep open squat, and allow your fingers to unfurl during the wrist rotation movement as you imagine that you are sending energy from your womb area to the earth, and repeat this process, deepening in and out of your squat as you feel guided to facilitate the feeling of creative flow, offering a release. The world longs to be gifted with the beauty and love of your soul's essence through your unique creations. Remember that the creative birthing process is a never-ending journey, and aliveness and presence. Infuse every step of the journey with mindfulness and reverence. You did good. I saw you practicing. That was good, Jen.
Was it? It was a bit awkward, but it
A little.
it
It's
was
like this.
working. I could feel it. I could feel the energy, some resistance.
Good. Sweet. All right, my dear
That was
beautiful.
beautiful. That was beautiful, Kristen. Thank you.
I resonate with this for you because I really feel the power of creation that exists within you and that is ready
Mm,
to be birthed and to come forward. And it has
mm,
been incubating for a while. And
mm,
I love this for you because it's a really great confirmation to just remind you that you're in your process. You are exactly where you're meant to be. And this
mm.
doesn't mean that there's now a bunch of pressure for you to birth. Like, just because you're pregnant doesn't mean that you get to decide when that 9 months comes. Like, you don't get to say, oh, I'm going to only be pregnant for 6 months. No, you're pregnant for 9 months. Okay. So, like, there's no pressure with this. It's just a reminder to you to remember how important your gift is of what it is that you want to bring into this world and to never give up on it and to let it incubate as long as it needs to, but to know that at some point it will be birthed into the world. So,
Fantastic message. Thank you.
you're welcome. I'm gonna roll into the next unless anybody else, if anybody wants to step in, just like hands or whatever on the screen, so that way I can see you.
I got one more for Jen.
Okay.
Thank you for photos. It's really, really quick. So you got the Hangman and the Two of Swords. So basically the message was just that you need to get a new perspective in order to get clarity on a decision that you're going to be having to make shortly. That was it.
Mm, okay. So noted. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Lala, you are next, my dear. I love this card for you too. I think all of these are really straight on point. Erin, even though you're a new friend to our space, I think the one that I pulled for you is going to resonate as well. I hope. Anyways, they all feel very resonant. Anyways, Lala, this card's for you, my dear. You have embrace or consult your body's wisdom. And first, I just want to talk about the importance of this card. This card has the only times I've ever pulled this card has always been whenever I was in a place of like really needing to cultivate compassion for my body and how I view it. I have body dysmorphia 100%. Like, I know that what I see is not what physically exists. And so it's taken a lot of time and a lot of love and a lot of compassion to be able to see myself through an authentic lens. And so this card is all about being able to cultivate that compassion, that love, that joy, that beauty that you should see whenever you look in the mirror every day. And I know it's not always the easiest thing to do, but Spirit is guiding you to cultivate space around this. And also to see that you are a divine being balanced in your true nature, in your true form. You know, we're not meant to come here and be humans that are exactly perfect and plastic and look this particular way all the time. You know, we are meant to morph and to fold and to change within our physical experience. And the older I get, the more I'm trying to see that as a really beautiful experience. It's a challenge as we move each day, but try to embrace the like this. Look at this beautiful Faye, her face. Look at that joy, energy. Soak it in and bring it and try to embody this whenever you look upon your own self. You are a spark of divine essence, crystallized into physical expression. Your body is a holy vehicle that carries this sacred spark. The superb and supreme intelligence that creates and sustains galaxies also flows through and animates your human form. Remember this truth and honor your body in the fullness of its divine design. As an expression of the divine mind, your body is a sacred, perfect, and precious precisely as it is. Even the physical challenges you may be experiencing are your body's way of communicating to you about ways you can love and care for yourself more thoroughly and meticulously than ever before. What's more, there's a good reason we have sayings like butterflies in my tummy or a lump in my throat, and I'm going with my gut. Our bodies always give us feedback about what is nourishing, healthy, and positive, as well as what is depleting, dangerous, and compromising. Even though it doesn't use words, your body is always talking to you. Are you listening? Take a moment now to consider how endlessly loyal and supportive your body is. It breathes your air, it pumps your blood, it absorbs nutrients, it detoxifies your organs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while you are sleeping. Turn and tune in to your body now. Cultivate a loving relationship with your physical and energetic self. Connect with your body's vast store of intelligence by forming a triangle with your hands. Do this by flattening your palms, fingers tight together and thumbs extending out. Touch the tips of your left and right pointer finger together so that they also touch each thumb to create a triangle of space between your hands. Place this triangular hand position on your womb space or your lower abdomen with your palms facing inward. Touch your body in such a way that the triangle and fingertips are pointing downwards. Next, flip the hand position to be an upward facing triangle directly in front of the heart center with the palms facing out. Then release the triangle gesture as you lift your hands above your head with the base of your palms touching. Splay your fingers outward to form a lotus or a chalice-like position with your hands. Gracefully sweep your arms outward and downward, and then repeat this 3-part movement sequence from the beginning. Downward triangle at the lower belly, upward facing triangle at the heart, hands in a lotus shape above your head. As you touch your lower belly, feel that you are aligning with power. When you bring your hands to your heart, attune to the frequency of love. And when you reach your hands above your head, channel divine wisdom from the form of infinite source. When you strengthen your relationship with your body, you tap into the vast and infallible source of God, Goddess, and power. Listen deeply and follow your body's wisdom. All right, I'm going to show you what it was saying because it was a little complicated. So we're going to have our hands down on our belly like a triangle, thumbs together, fingers together, just over our womb area. Remember our power. Take a breath in and flip that triangle up to your heart center, thumbs together, fingers together, pointing up. And then go all the way to the top of your head and like a lotus on the top of your head, connecting with divine source. And it said to repeat the process a couple of times, so yeah. All right, that was for you, my dear Lala. I hope that resonates and brings you a bit of peace within your day.
Beautiful. Thank you. Really needed to hear that.
Also, Jen's robe looks super comfy. I'm glad you're getting to enjoy that. Okay, my dear, amazing Amanda, you are next. Are we chill? Are we vibing? Is this okay that Kristen's just reading these long messages? Like I said, Spirit was just like, look, we've got messages for everybody tonight. And I was like, all right, I'm here for it. So I love Tarot and Chill. It really brings me joy. It's not about the views. It's about what we bring forth from it. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. And I'm really glad that the messages have brought you inspiration. Amanda, this card is perfect for you because this is the definition of your unfoldment, okay? You have card number 44, Master the Dance. Yeah, you know this card. It's been a while since we've pulled it, but yeah, you have spent time cultivating and growing and healing and doing all the things, mama. Now look at you. It is time for you to see yourself in the dance. Like, it's not even about stepping out into the dance, but no, it's about seeing yourself already in the flow of it. All right, master the dance. On the surface, it seems the world, inside and outside of you, is filled with movement, color, form, and noise. But tune in even deeper, and you will perceive the eternal, silent stillness behind all appearances and manifestations. Now is a time to enter fully into the stillness and to come into a state of complete and single-minded presence. This is what it means to master the dance. The time is right to gain greater mastery in a discipline, an art, a career path, or another area, or to step into greater self-mastery regarding your entire life experience. Whatever dance you are being called to master, set the clear intention to do so and commit to devotional, dedicated daily practice. Spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and spending quiet, solitary time in nature will also support you in attaining new wisdom, expertise, and personal power. You are a full spectrum being. You embody archetypal polarities such as dark and light, lunar and solar, feminine and masculine, intuitive and rational. When you honor and unite these energies within your being, there will be balance. You will connect with your wholeness, live in your power, and feel at home in the world. Choose to harmonize and to calibrate the energies within and around you, and then fearlessly face and embrace all that is happening in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, in your relationships, in your environment, and in your life. Once you do this, you will activate your full potential and become the captain of your fate. No embodied movement will bring you into harmony with the wisdom of this card, quite like the Nahara pose. This is the favorite of the Hindu god Shiva, who is synonymous with both the cosmic dance and the vast open presence that underlies the entire manifest world. To come into Nahara pose, balance on your right foot. Sweep your lifted leg across the midline of your body so that your left foot hovers a couple of feet from the floor on the right side of your body. While keeping your fingers tight together, your palm flat, hold your right hand to the outside of your right shoulder, about a foot in front of your body with your palm facing outward. Cross your left arm across the midline of your body and touch the top of your left wrist to the bottom of your right wrist. Allow the left hand to dangle loosely and hold this pose as you focus on a point in front of you and breathe steadily for at least a minute. Feel yourself balancing, harmonizing, and coming into a state of immaculate focus and calm. This moment is a sacred opportunity to learn and anchor your consciousness in all the still silent center of all that is. Once you do so, you will master the dance, come into harmonious alignment with the truth, and establish unshakable inner peace. I love this.
I'm not about to do that qigong move because I am sitting and I will fall over today doing it. But that's like when I was doing regular practice, that one was my favorite because it's just so flowy and beautiful.
I could not agree more. And I totally feel you on the chill aspect of the Qigong parts. A lot of Qigongs you can do sitting down, and that's totally fine, but that one's not. So, anyways, I love you, Amanda.
I love you too. And I love that card. And thank you. That was amazing.
You're welcome. All right, my beautiful dear Erin, the next card is for you. I love this. Like I said, I know you're pretty new to this space, but Spirit just brings exactly what it's meant to you. So I hope this resonates in all the ways that it's meant to for you. Love this card. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck because this card has actually really helped me transform through some moments where I felt like, do you ever feel like, it's like what is it? It's almost like, whenever it's your birthday and you have to dress up and like talk to people or whatever the fact, and it's like maybe you don't feel like going and talking to people, but you do it because you need to. But then you look at yourself later and you're like, man, it's my birthday. Why didn't I just do what I wanted to do? It's that energy of being able to be like, you're shifting into, I'm going to do what I need to do for me, and understanding that sometimes that means that I'm not going to do for others what they are used to me doing, and being able to see the benefit for yourself in that. So you got card number 40, which says, look in the mirror. Look deeply at the situation at hand. It is not coming from outside of you. You have brought it forth as a mirror of some aspect of your soul. Knowing this, how you can shift in a way that is most empowering to you and that brings you about the best possible outcome. Just as you have manifested the situation, you also have the power to change it according to your will. While you may be tempted to blame fate, chance, or other people for challenges or hardships, when you don't take full responsibility for each and every condition in your life, you forfeit your power to create the positive changes you desire. Guilt and blame are worlds away from responsibility. In other words, drawing this card has nothing to do with feeling guilty or placing blame on yourself. In fact, guilt and blame have no place in this issue at all. Instead, you are being reminded to dwell in a state of calm neutrality as you recognize the outside world as a reflection of yourself. The next step is to learn, grow, expand, and evolve in precisely the way the situation requires. If the presence of your inner reality is this external condition is not immediately apparent to you, know that it is your unconscious and subconscious beliefs, habits, and traits that are projected outward to create your life experience. You will benefit from shining the light of consciousness into the shadows lurking under the surface of your awareness. Peer into the mirror of the truth and look deeply into the aspects of yourself that you may not have previously wanted to accept. Pay particular attention to the traits in others that especially hurt, annoy, or irritate you, and where may you be harboring similar or identical traits. For example, if you can feel resentful towards another for not valuing your time, how can you set better boundaries for yourself and make more time for the things that you care about? Wow, didn't we just say that? That's funny. If you feel mistrust of another, in what ways have you been untrusting of your inner voice? Even though this sort of shadow work can appear intimidating, it is among the most liberating work that you can do. Just like a bright light disappears darkness, the radiance of your conscious attention can dissolve these old shadows and stories and free you up to the experience ever expanding degree of happiness, harmony, and success. Embody the message of this card by looking into a mirror and expressing love. Even if you feel silly or awkward, touch your heart. Look deeply into your own eyes and say, I love you. Insert your name here. So, I love you, Aaron, and then touch your forehead and say it again. Repeat this, going back and forth between your heart and your forehead until you believe yourself. Throughout the process, lovingly take note of any painful thoughts or feelings that come up. With immense respect for yourself and everyone concerned, become more conscious of your role in the situation. Align yourself with the truth of your essence as love and connect with your heart's deepest longing to embody, serve, see, and be love. Once you do this, everything will immediately change for the better. That's for you, Aaron. It resonates.
I'm not muted now. Um, thank you so much. That resonates on a number of different levels. So You're muted.
That's hilarious. Thanks. I'm over here going off, just being like, no, this is da da da. But anyways, it's a message of being able to see your power and then remind you of in situations where you feel totally powerless to remember that you're not powerless. You actually have more power than you realize.
I've been working on breaking away from some jealousy feels, some imposter syndrome feels this week. So I can see where I would apply that. So it's fun work. It's a really good time.
Thank you, Aaron. Well, we're grateful for you. And it's been lovely to spend some time with you this week, and you've been just a joy to have in our space. So thank you for being brave, and we all go through it. You're not alone. We all go through it. It's like a spiral, remember? It's not a straight line. Beautiful. All right, Shay, my dear, amazing fairy sister. I love the card that came forward for you because it's very playful energy. Very playful. Very, very much like your beautiful soul. Okay. You have card number 10, which says be fluid. And it's an image of a mermaid. And this mermaid's swimming in a circle. Does she have a fish in front of her? Yeah, she's got a little goldfish. Little goldfish friend there that she's talking to. So, she's swimming through life, and maybe life has sent her on a spiral. But she's got her friends, her soul family, her spirit guide. She's not alone. But be fluid. In this great sea of dynamically shifting circumstances and events, now is the time to choose flow over fixity. Be flexible, fluid, and gracefully adaptable. You are reminded to love what is. This does not mean resigning yourself to being stuck where you are. You can find the blessing and perfection in your present moment while simultaneously choosing to create positive change according to your highest vision for yourself, your life, and any situation. Such is the wisdom of fluidity. Fight against what is already happening will likely manifest misery by putting you in the opposition with what is already true. Instead, enter into the receptive, magnetic state of flowing surrender. After all, life is an endless dance of fluid, flowing continually, like water. Be a shapeshifter and allow your form to change, to freeze, to melt, to boil, to evaporate, to condense, or to cascade according to what is needed. The Tao Te Ching, translated by Stephen Mitchell, states, "The greatest thing in the world overcomes the hardest thing in the world. That which has no substance enters where there is no space." Indeed, fluidity is the secret to vast power, and consider how the ocean waves break down huge boulders into minuscule grains of sand. How water can enter any portal no matter the size or shape, and how gracefully flowing river created the Grand Canyon, once of the 7 wonders of the world. Access your vision now. See how challenges or undesirable situations are all part of the divine design, ushering you towards your highest outcome and more glorious actualization in much the same way that all rivers flow endlessly and irresistibly towards the sea. To embody the wisdom of fluidity, move your body in a wave-like undulations. First, lift and expand your heart area, and then roll your body inward and outward again in a wave-like motion along your spine. And let your arms naturally, gracefully wave along with you, extending outward as you lift your heart and sweeping inward as you roll down through your spine. Your choice to enter into fluidity will connect you with the unified field of divine power and bring you into harmonious resonance with all of life. Beautiful. It almost gives me Little Mermaid vibes too. Like I'm almost getting the
Yeah.
energy of like dad cast you out because you weren't like listening or something. You had your little stash of trinkets and he told you to stop going down there, but you did. So a spiral wave is coming, but you don't care. You're like, whatever, I'm gonna go find new trinkets somewhere
I'm gonna
else.
go
Like,
play with some fish. Yeah.
yeah. What's the fish's name in Little Mermaid? Is it Flounder? Yeah. You've got Flounder by your side. You guys can go anywhere and you're not scared. You're not scared. Sometimes you're a little worried. Flounder might be telling you some truth sometimes, but you're Mandy.
I love it.
Thank you guys so much for joining me this week. It's been a really special. It's been this is definitely one that's gonna go in my book of lovely nights. So I don't know if we want to end this beautiful space with a bit of fluidity in our own bodies and we can share a little bit of a love splash with everybody.
I've got one for you, Miss Kristen.
Oh, you do? Thanks, Shay. I appreciate
Mhm.
you. I'm gonna invoke some more fluidity while you read.
I got the moon. Every 28 days, the moon manifests a steady progression from darkness to light and then back again. This phenomenon in our skies has a powerful impact on our human psyches. It offers us the certainty that after periods of emptiness and darkness, there is a light waiting so we can be reborn into a new phase. This calls to mind a native African prayer to the moon. May our lives be renewed as yours is. The moon also has a strong influence on the ebb and flow of waters on the earth. This same power in turn affects human feelings and emotions and mirrors their rising from or hiding back into the unconsciousness. The moon spends equal time in the dark as it does in the light of the sun, and now it comes to remind you of this balance. Have you been too focused on outer achievements, productivity, or social engagements? Or have you spent too much time hidden from the outer world, not wanting to interact or show your face? Well, that's not true. We already know that. Meditate on the significance of the moon cycle and let it gently guide you out of your bottomless depths. Head back to the world of outer expression and connection with others. Let it help you make time for yourself, your feelings, and your essential human and spiritual needs. This card calls you to go on a journey of renewal, just like the moon does every month, so you can get unstuck, whether from a specific situation or life in general. For this, you need to make time to be with yourself without the distractions of modern society and have the courage to look at the unwanted or unembraced parts of your being until you arrive at a place of resolution. Shamanic lore explains the finest treasures of humanity are hidden where people are most afraid to go.
Some truth bombs right there, Shay. You're gonna throw some truths at me like that. I appreciate you. Thank you. I needed that. I did. I needed it because Spirit's been giving me the message to hermit up and to go within, but not to go within and be by myself. Because like I have this image of like, no, I must lick my wounds in silence, and then I'll come back whenever I'm a pretty cat again, not whenever I'm still kind of afraid. But Spirit keeps being like, no, people need to see the afraid version of you. Like it's okay, just so. Thank you, Amanda. I see you. Thank you, dear. Thank you, Shay.
So this one's amusing, especially with what you were just saying. So first of all, Spirit says happy birthday. But more importantly, between now and your solar return, so your birthday, balance. Right now is a time for you to find balance. Specifically, clean up all the loose ends from this year. Make sure that everything that you don't want to take into your next astrological year stays behind. So the hermit mode that you're going into is for you to focus on only taking forward that which will help you in the upcoming year.
Can I see the card one more time? Just so pretty. Wow.
It's got diamonds in the scales.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Amanda.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. It was a beautiful message. And yay for Libra season. I tell you what, I am partial because I am a Libra, but I do love October. It's beautiful. Okay, final message and then I'm done. I was on a walk today. I go for a walk every day with my dogs, but I was reflecting over a TikTok I saw, and it was a lady that was playing one of those, it sounds like a piano.
Accordions?
Yes, thank you. And she was playing the accordion and she was singing this just like passionate song about how much she loved the green of the earth, of the leaves, of the trees, of the grass, and how her like understanding that as fall comes and as winter comes and we transition, we are saying goodbye. We are saying goodbye. All that green will die. It will die, and eventually it will be barren. And
Except for the pines.
Thank you. This is true. And other random things like cacti and whatnot. But anyways, it's a metaphor. It's the metaphor of it, of being like, give yourself that moment to grieve the loss of the green. It's okay to feel that. But then also understanding that the winter, the cold months, they have their blessings to give you the chance to come together and to find the warmth in spaces that are usually cold. So it's like, I don't know, the overall message was to be able to hold space for the grieving of the green, but then also to cultivate an awareness of like, also how many winters have you been through? How many times have you been through that like phase and come through to know that spring is going to be on the other side? So maybe cultivate a little more awareness as you move into the fall this year of being like, how can I create more space for me to be able to go within and to honor my being and to be true to myself in a way that is reflected in, as opposed to being more outward. Yeah, that's it. That's the final message.
Okay, so I have a final message.
Yeah, final. You got it.
It goes off of that a little bit. Because I feel like autumn babies specifically, because we all have our own new year when our solar return comes. So I feel like the earth has like its renewal in the spring, but I feel like autumn babies, because of our solar return, we have a renewal that happens in the autumn. So as everything else is going to sleep, we're going through like this whole metamorphosis where we're reawakening.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And it's like the opposite of what's supposed to be going on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I always I hit I hit the autumn equinox and I have like this renewed energy and I feel like I'm coming alive again, coming out of my slumber of summer, which sounds crazy, but that's just how it works. But I think it's because of the solar return, my internal clock is set opposite of Mother Earth. And I feel like that's an autumn baby thing.
I love that. Yay for autumn babies and all the beautiful pumpkin spice lattes that are about to be consumed, and the many crafts and activities that will be had. It is my goal and mission to make a popcorn ball this year. I don't know how it's going to be achieved, but we're going to make popcorn balls. So if you guys want to do a creative Fall Cove craft night and you want to make popcorn balls with me, let me know in the Discord. So, all right, friends. Well, let's do a little bit of love for the collective. Thank you all so much for being here. This has been a really beautiful, special night. I appreciate you all. I'm sending you lots of love for the rest of your night, and I hope that you have just the most peaceful dreams. Side note, side note, don't forget your dream practice. Start wherever feels comfortable to you, but this is your last nudge to participate in your dreams. And love you guys. I hope you have an amazing night. And I will definitely see you next week at Friday Tarot and Chill. But before then, I'll see you on Monday for meditation. And yeah, I'll put a new calendar up in the Discord for October and the many fun events that we have going on then. Hopefully tomorrow. It should be tomorrow. But okay. Does anybody have any final gratitude or any final things you'd like to say? Okay. All right. Much love. Thanks, guys. A little love splash. Bye. It's like a Squidward moment, you know?